In this video, we'll be revealing the most important financial and lifestyle decisions smart retirees make at age 62 that dramatically affect their long-term retirement outcomes. Through working with clients who navigated age 62 successfully and analyzing the critical decisions that separate thriving retirees from struggling ones, we've discovered that the choices you make at this age can determine your entire retirement experience. That's why we're making this video today, to show you the specific Social Security, healthcare planning, and withdrawal timing strategies that smart retirees implement to maximize their financial security and lifestyle satisfaction. Let's get right into it. Age 62. For many people, it's the first real chance to retire. You can finally claim Social Security and step away from the daily grind. So why does it also feel like the most high-stakes, irreversible financial decision of your life? It's because you're standing at a crossroads and you've been told two completely different, conflicting stories. One story says, take the money and run, while the other one says, wait as long as you can. But neither of these stories is providing you the full picture. It's not about just taking your benefits or just waiting. It's about a series of smart moves that can dramatically improve your financial security and lifestyle for the rest of your life. The first major shift a smart retiree makes at age 62 is pivot number one. They stop seeing Social Security as a simple government benefit and they start treating it as a strategic financial asset. See, most people see Social Security as an on-off switch, but a smart retiree, thinking like the CEO of their own retirement, sees it as a valuable asset on their personal balance sheet, one that requires careful analysis before being deployed. They start by understanding the asset's core mechanics. They know the hard numbers from the Social Security Administration, right? Claiming at 62 triggers a permanent benefit reduction, while delaying past their full retirement age earns a guaranteed 8% annual increase. And there's a trade-off between receiving more payments sooner versus receiving larger payments later. But here is the crucial pivot. They don't make this decision in a vacuum. A good CEO doesn't make a decision about one department without considering how it affects the entire company, right? A smart retiree does the same thing. They stop asking the simple question, what's the best age to claim? And they start asking the strategic question, how does this Social Security asset best fit into our entire financial picture to achieve our goals? To answer this, they analyze every aspect of their financial picture, their other assets, their health and longevity, their spouse's situation. The smart decision isn't about a specific age. It's about making a coordinated, integrated choice based on a comprehensive analysis of your unique life. So, how can you do this for your own situation? Start by gathering your key data. First, go to the Social Security Administration's website, ssa.gov, and get your most recent statements. This will show your personalized benefit estimates at different ages. Second, create a clear picture of your other income sources. Consider their tax status and any withdrawal limitations they may have. With these two pieces of information, you can begin to see the trade-offs and move from randomly claiming a passive beneficiary to being the CEO of your own income plan. Now, once you've shifted your mindset on Social Security, the next pivot is just as critical. This is pivot number two. Stop seeing healthcare as an unavoidable expense and start treating it as a controllable cost. Most people see the years between 62 and 65 as a healthcare no man's land, right? They're forced to pay exorbitant premiums for health insurance. But a smart retiree refuses to accept this massive, unpredictable line item without a plan to manage it. They start by understanding the problem. And the challenge is that 3-year gap that's before your Medicare eligibility at 65. Without a strategy, private insurance premiums can cost a couple over $20,000 a year. That's a potentially devastating blow to a retirement plan. But here's the crucial pivot. They recognize that the cost of their health insurance isn't fixed, it's directly tied to their taxable income. They stop asking that passive question, how much is insurance going to cost me? And they start asking that strategic CEO level question or line of questioning, how do we structure our income to make our health insurance as affordable as possible? To answer this, they look at their whole financial picture. They see if they can use other assets like taxable brokerage accounts and or cash reserves to create an income bridge. By carefully managing their withdrawals, they keep their modified adjusted gross income below that subsidy cliff amount, allowing them to qualify for significant Affordable Care Act subsidies. So How can you do this for your own situation? You start by getting an estimate. Go to the healthcare.gov marketplace and use their calculator to see how your estimated income affects your potential subsidies. This will show you the direct financial benefit of managing your income in retirement. Then, look at your own assets. Do you have enough in taxable or tax-free accounts or enough in cash to fund your lifestyle for a few years? This could unlock that ability to control your healthcare costs. It's a proactive strategy that turns a potentially crippling expense into a manageable one, all while planning ahead for Medicare and long-term care needs before they become more expensive. Now, this is a lot, and understanding healthcare options in retirement is not the easiest thing to navigate. So if you're hoping to retire in the next 5 years, click the link below and book a call with our team so we can break down your specific situation and show you how to plan your ideal retirement with all of this in mind. So now that we understand how smart retirees tackle the topics of Social Security and healthcare, this brings us to a major psychological hurdle that you need to address. And that's a shift in mindset. This is pivot number 3. Stop thinking like an accumulator and start acting like a strategic distributor. For 40 years, your job was to put money into your accounts. But at retirement, that game completely flips. Your new job is to take money out in the smartest way possible to create a reliable, lifelong paycheck. The starting point for this entire strategy is knowing your portfolio income needs, or what we like to call your PIN. How do you calculate your PIN? You start with your total annual spending in retirement. Make sure you consider all of your essential expenses as well as your discretionary expenses. From that, subtract all of your other guaranteed income sources like a pension or, if you're already claiming it, Social Security. The number that's left over is your PIN, your portfolio income needs. That's the amount net, so after taxes, that your portfolio must do for you each year. This is critical because the order in which you withdraw from your different accounts can have a massive impact on your taxes and the longevity of your portfolio. So how do smart retirees execute this pivot? They organize their assets like a well-run company using 2 different 3-bucket systems simultaneously. First, they organize by tax treatment, a taxable bucket, a tax-deferred bucket, and a tax-free bucket. At the same time, they organize those same assets by time horizon, an immediate bucket with 1 to 2 years of your portfolio income needs in reserve, a short-term bucket for any additional income needs you might have, and a long-term bucket designed for growth. How can you apply this? Start by calculating your PIN. This will tell you how much you need in that first bucket. Then map out your accounts into the 2 different 3-bucket systems. This dual approach will give you a clear answer on the 2 most important questions in distribution. 1, where should my money come from next year to be tax efficient? And is my income for the next few years safe from market volatility? This helps you shift your focus. Instead of worrying about the daily news about the economy or the stock market, things that you can't control, you can focus on your plan, which is something that you can control. Now, what does this look like when a real couple makes the great pivot at age 62? Let's tell you about a client that we'll call, or clients that we'll call Tom and Sarah. They came to us feeling the exact anxiety that we described at the beginning of this video. They're both 62, had saved diligently, and had about $1.2 million in retirement assets. But they were caught between that conflicting advice of claim Social Security now and no, work until 65 until you get Medicare. They felt paralyzed and their default plan was to just keep working, right? Instead, we helped them make those 3 great pivots. First, we tackled pivot number 1, from simple benefit to strategic asset, right? We started by getting their Social Security statements. We saw that if they both claimed now, their combined benefit would be about $3,500 a month. But if they could build the bridge to age 70, their combined benefit would be over $6,200 a month, a massive difference. They had significant assets and a taxable brokerage account, so we saw that they had the flexibility to choose. The decision wasn't about need. We now had the ability to strategize, which led directly to pivot number 2, from unavoidable expense to controllable cost. The biggest obstacle to delaying Social Security was the cost of healthcare. Their private insurance quote was nearly $25,000 a year, but we showed them how to take control. We calculated their PIN and saw that they needed $75,000 a year to live their ideal lifestyle. By using withdrawals from their taxable brokerage account to create that income, we could keep their modified adjusted gross income well under the subsidy cliff. This single move qualified them for significant ACA subsidies reducing their actual premium cost to less than $8,000 a year. They didn't just accept the expense, they controlled it. And then finally, we executed pivot number 3, from accumulation to distribution, right? With the plan of Social Security and healthcare in place, we built them a reliable paycheck. We organized their assets using that dual 3-bucket system, put 2 years of their income needs, $150,000, into a cash immediate bucket, guaranteeing their income regardless of what the market does. And the rest was structured for short-term and long-term needs. This gave them an unshakable confidence that their paycheck was secure. We then implemented a strategic withdrawal sequence using their taxable account to fund those bridge years, which also created the perfect low-income window for strategic Roth conversions. And in the end, Tom and Sarah retired at 62, but they did it with a plan. And by making these 3 pivots, they transformed their anxiety into a clear, actionable strategy. They didn't just retire, they took control and became the CEOs of their financial future. Now that you understand the critical financial and lifestyle decisions that smart retirees make at age 62 and how these choices dramatically affect long-term retirement outcomes, you can implement these strategies to maximize your own retirement security and satisfaction. If you're ready to develop a comprehensive age 62 strategy that optimizes Social Security, healthcare planning, withdrawal timing, and lifestyle decisions, click on the link below and book a call with our team. We'll show you the exact steps to take to plan your ideal retirement. Until next time, take care.